Good afternoon, everyone. Actually, I should say good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on which part of the world you're joining us from. My name is Nancy Atieno Onyango, and I'm the Netherlands Alumni Association Coordinator here in Nairobi, Kenya. And we are so glad that you've joined us for this afternoon session, which is a Mashariki Cafe. This session is a webinar, meaning that all panelists can actually be able to speak, but for the attendees, you're not able to speak. What you can do is you can write your comments, your views, your questions on the chat box or on the Q&A session. We have a moderator in-house who will be able to basically engage with you as we move along. Also, this session is about 1 hour long, and we are on time, and we hope to keep time. We have our speakers. They've already joined and they're excited. They accepted our invitation to be part of this session, and we are very, very excited that they've joined us. So I'd quickly like to introduce our speakers so that you can get to hear their voices and see their faces before they actually delve into the subject at hand. But before we do so, this session is about agriculture and food system innovators. And the reason why we decided to focus on this is we know that the COVID pandemic has battered every sector of the economy, and agriculture being the backbone of the Kenyan economy, we felt that it's important that we, instead of focusing on the negative, because once we start talking about COVID, then it will be all the negatives that have happened. We know there's lots of positive spin-offs that have resulted as a result of the pandemic, because the pandemic has also made us to be resilient, to be more aware, and to look at the various things that we weren't doing before. And the reason why we chose these speakers is because they're actually at the forefront of actually, first of all, informing us on the various gaps. So we have GAIN that published a very informative report on COVID pandemic, on the food security situation during the pandemic, and it's available on the website, and it's a very interesting read. And we also have Eunice Kaguli from the Africa Food Fellowship. And through their program, they are able to actually nurture young people or leaders who actually are the people who should take this message to our grassroots level, to actually ensure that we don't have our farms idle back in the villages, and also to just get young people to embrace various aspects of farming, whether it's large scale, small scale, as a job or as an opportunity for us to actually have our own food. We have Dr. Lusike Wasilwa from Calro, and they've been doing phenomenal work in ensuring that we have more disease-resistant varieties of crops and livestock, and we are very excited to have her on board. We have Clement Tulezi, who's going to be talking to us about how they've been able to survive the COVID pandemic, how they're actually able to ensure that we have the flower sector still thriving against the backdrop of a very difficult year or so. And we also have, who have I left out? Roseanne. Roseanne, I visited her farm in Muranga, and Roseanne is one of our food system champions. And she's actually amazing in the sense that she is recycling waste from potatoes and actually ensuring that the nutrients go back to the soil. And she has the Black Soldier Fly project, and she's developing feeds for pigs. So it's actually an interesting pool of speakers that have different strengths and different angles when you're looking at how we can actually be more innovative. So I'd quickly like to just maybe call them out one by one. So Clement, how are you, Clement?
Good. Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here and just to share our experience.
Yes, welcome, Clement. And thank you so much, Clement, for joining the session amidst your busy schedule. Next, I'd like to invite Roseanne. Roseanne, hi, Roseanne. Roseanne, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Roseanne, and I'm happy to be here. We will be talking more about the insect shortly.
Thank you, Roseanne. Next, we have Leah from GAIN. Leah, oh, sorry, Eunice. Let's just go with this. Sorry, I'm Eunice.
No problem. Good afternoon, everyone. Pleasure to be on the call, representing the African Food Fellowship. Looking forward to the discussion.
Welcome, Eunice. Next, we have Dr. Lusike Wasilwa. Welcome, Daktari.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm looking forward to engaging with you on food security, and we have very many good things to share with you. Thank you.
Karibu. Okay, next we have Leah joining us from GAIN. Leah, good afternoon and welcome.
Thank you. Good afternoon. My name is Leah Kagwara from the Global Alliance for Improved Nutrition. Looking forward to engaging on COVID responses on food systems.
Thank you.